We are in 33rd week of ordinary time, coming to the end. Today is the beginning of this coming week. And this coming week is the last week of the liturgical cycle of the year. Sunday, the feast of Christ the King. Then begins another season, the Advent, Christmas, the New Year. Somehow it's these powerful readings, challenging us, also consoling us, put together, speaking about what? There is an apocalyptic readings, message. Apocalypse means unveiling, open, revealed, something that is speaking about the future, something that is going to happen. Jesus already speaking to us, Paul speaking to us, the prophet Malachi, the last prophet of the Old Testament, speaking, giving a message about the future, speaking about this end of the world. Malachi, the prophet, speaking about the end of the world, the coming of the Lord, the end of the world, but also is speaking about judgment. There will be judgment over good and bad. And so how to face it? How do we face? What is his suggestion, his message, his instruction? Prophet is speaking about how will we stand? How will we be ready to face that end? That judgment. There's no doubt in that. Be sure about. There will be end. There's no doubt. But we are not so sure about one thing. When will be that end? Where and how? Tonight? Tomorrow? After 100 years? 50 years? We don't know. But what do we know? There will be an end. Everything will pass away, is that? Everything will pass away. Everything will come to an end. Are we ready for that end? Judgment. Paul speaks about how we should be ready. What are the means? How can we be ready to face that end? Speaking about the Thessalonians has some problem. That's what he was writing to the people at Thessalonica. What was their problem? They were worried, afraid, with anxieties, sadness, and so they stopped working. What was the reason? To be anxious, worried, afraid about the end. The end is so close. The end is so near. And so they were afraid to stop working. That's what Paul says, not to stop working. Don't be anxious. Don't be worried. Don't be saddened. Don't be afraid of. Keep on doing the good works. Doing the good works is one of the means we can face it, the end. But what is the goal? We stop working because we are afraid of the end of. What is our reaction, for example? What will be our feelings when we see about the end? When we hear the end of the world, there will be an end very soon. Everything is going to have an end. Everything will collapse. Everything will pass away. Everything will be shaken. End of the world, end of the time, end of our life, end of what? End of the job, end of work, end of money. End of money. Money is going to finish. End of the food, end of friends, end of everything. End. What will be our reaction? Are we at peace with? Are we ready to face it? Doesn't matter. Today, tomorrow, or next week, or after 100 years, end, doesn't matter. I am ready. Or the same problem, what had the Thessalonians had the same problem. anxiety, worries, fears, and doubt, and sadness, and despair. This is something asking about us. What will be our preparation? What will be our expectation? What will be our way of preparing, being ready to face that end? No one can be escaped. No one has escape. Everything will pass away. Everything will be shaken. So Paul speaking about not to worry about. But today is given to us. Yesterday is gone. No? Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow is not yet come. So today, what we have is today. To do what we can, what we should do. Being busy with doing good works. Today is ours, given to us. We are worried about tomorrow and we lose today. And that is what causing all the anxieties and worries, all emptiness and all kind of despair. Paul says something very, very practical way how to be busy with doing good works. Now, look at what Jesus said in the gospel about very directly about what's going to happen, about the giving us a signs. Disciples are asking, what are the signs? What are the symbols? What are the kind of signals, kind of information giving? He speaks about the powers, different kind of powers will collapse, will be shaken, everything will be pass away. World powers, we know the powers in the world, all kind of promises, all kind of we have false hopes giving. Everything will pass away. Political powers, social powers, so all kind of everything is giving us so much hope, and we can cling to, we can remain because this is our hope. Pass away, it will be shaken, it all will collapse. Today, tomorrow, anytime. It's the powers of the world, the empires, anything, all kind of powers, all gone. Now, another power, Jesus said, another sign is the power of the nature. Earthly power, natural resources. There will be, he said, there will be earthquakes. There will be terrible things will happen. Terrible signs. All the powers, whether it's a natural powers of the nature or powers of the world, all will pass away. Everything will collapse, everything will be shaken. Now, what is the power? Jesus said, don't be the two things. Don't be afraid, but also don't be deceived. Don't be deceived, don't be afraid. How is it possible? What will be our reaction? We too feel the same thing. When we hear the end is near, right here at the door. You are finished. What will be our reaction? The same thing. And Jesus said, don't be afraid. The one who endures till the end will be saved. Endurance, perseverance, be patient, and to the one who remains till the end will be saved. How is it possible? What is the power? What is the strength we can endure? What is the strength? What is the power we can persevere? Keep going, never to give up, not to give up. This is the power of the risen Christ. Power of the resurrection. Jesus conquered. These are powers of heaven and earth. All earthly, natural, all powers, will finish, will be shaken. This is the power. This is the gospel. This is something new. This is what Jesus is revealing to us, is the power of the risen Christ in us, with us. That we can endure, we can keep going, we can believe. Our perseverance in faith, endurance in prayer, in trials, difficulties come, we never give up our faith. Faith, where did that come from? Fruit of something. Prayer. Fruit of prayer is a faith. Fruit of faith is a love, bringing to service, doing good works. The Mother Teresa used to say, Saint Mother Teresa, she had a small business card she speaks about a ladder of life. Ladder of life brings us to communion with God. Silence, fruit of silence is prayer. Fruit of prayer, faith. Fruit of faith is love. Fruit of love, service. Fruit of service is peace. Peace. Peace with God. Peace with ourselves. Peace with others. Peace with all situations. We need some way to hold on, keep going, keep believing, keep praying, keep acting, keep doing good works. This is what gospel concludes today, saying, one who perseveres, one who endures till the end will be saved. This is something that we're speaking about the end. So every end also is a beginning. Something new. Something is revealed to us. Everything will pass away, always something new. What is new? He is the new. Always with us. This is what we can ask ourselves, question ourselves. My faith. If anybody has remember yesterday's reading, yesterday, gospel today is a continuation of yesterday. Yesterday's Saturday, the liturgy, the reading, the gospel concludes. Anybody knows? Anybody remembers the last sentence of the yesterday's gospel? When Son of Man comes, will he find faith on earth? When Son of Man comes, will he find faith on earth? This is terrifying. This is frightening. If he comes tomorrow, second coming. He comes tomorrow, will he find faith on earth? Will he find faith in me? Will he find faith here? Nongtamai. Question yourself. Will he find faith in me? It's a scripture speaking about when Son of Man comes, will he find faith on earth? And you say, yes, no? Yes. If he comes tomorrow, will he find faith on you? And you say, yes. You say yes. What kind of faith? What kind of faith you are saying yes? You say, just now we are going to say, no, I believe in God, the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth. That is a faith. But that can be theoretical, doctrinal, a theory, here. But what kind of faith is Jesus speaking about? When Son of Man comes, will he find faith on earth? It is anyone who is faithful. To find anyone, someone, is in living that faith. That's what Jesus meant. Living the living faith, being faithful. Being faithful. That's what, whether prayer, good works, believing, loving, forgiving, united, be peace with others. It's called living that faith. Faithful. That is what Jesus meant. When Son of Man comes, will he find faith on earth? This is what we can ask ourselves today. What does it say? Meaning, actually. Anyone who endures, anyone who perseveres, anyone who keep on living that faith, even that faith comes as a dark faith. The gospel says many things happen to you because of me, because of my name. Sometimes we hear saying, don't worry, nothing will happen to you. Yeah? Is it true? Don't worry, nothing will happen to you. That is a lie. That is not true. So many people of other religions or other people we used to say, and we can hear, don't worry, nothing will happen to you. No, many things will happen to you. Everything will happen to you. Many things will happen to you, but not to be afraid of. Not to worry. Yeah, that is, yes. Not to worry. Don't be afraid of. Don't be anxious. Don't be saddened because this thing happened or this not happens. Many things will happen. Jesus said. But what is the point? He's saying, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. That is what we call our faith, prayer. Doing good works, whether it's home or family or house or neighborhood, or anywhere, we try to continue doing the good works. God is giving us the time, God is giving us the chance, opportunity, giving us everything so possible means for us to continue this work of love. So we can take some resolutions, some means that we need to pray for these coming weeks. About this living the faith that we have. Gift of faith we received for baptism is renewed by faith through sacraments or prayer. But how do we live it? The living faith we need to pray for. Disciples have prayed. The disciple asked Jesus, what? What did they ask for Jesus? Strengthen our faith. Lord, strengthen our faith. Increase our faith. Then again they're asking, Lord, teach us to pray. Teach us to pray. The disciples asked Jesus. This is the prayer of the church today. This should be our prayer. Asking Jesus, strengthen our faith. Increase our faith. Lord, teach us to pray in order to endure, persevere till the end. Let us make that prayer today. Our families, for each one of us. That's what Jesus is saying to us, Paul speaking to us, Malachi, prophet speaking to us today. We endure, we can stand, we can keep on till the end without fear, without any anxieties or worries, with that peace with oneself, others. We can face the end of the world and our own end. It may come tomorrow or any time, doesn't matter. We can face it because the power of the risen Christ who dwells in us.